What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, I want to give you a quick update on what's happening with Render and what I'm doing at this exact moment. So with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, looking at Render here, what we can see is that it's had a pretty ugly couple of days, right? And this isn't particularly shocking. As many of you do know, Render's pump really came from the fact that Nvidia's earnings were approaching on Wednesday. Of course, today's Friday. Yeah, so 2 days ago on Wednesday. And so people were excited. AI, you get the whole thing, right? So of course, after earnings and as we approached earnings, we started to see kind of the buy the rumor, sell the news event happen, in which everyone was all excited beforehand, but as it actually started to happen, we started to see this thing pull back. Typical stuff. And I told you guys this, right? I'm not going to be doing any trading based off of news or reports or anything like that. I know better these days. And so this isn't particularly a shock, but we did actually pick up a little bit of Render back here as a result of just expecting a return back up to this macro trend line, which we'll talk about in a second. And so even still, our purchase on Render is still up about 11%, doing pretty damn well. Now guys, don't forget, if you do want to do some trading, you can use the Margex link down in the description below. Guys, you don't need a KYC and you don't need a VPN. That means anyone in the world can currently trade on Margex and get up to $10,000 in bonuses when you do sign up and start trading. And they just recently announced a $500,000 Caspa airdrop, all of which you can access if you do sign up with the link down in the description below. So make sure you do go check that out. Take advantage of those perks. It will suit you super well. Now, looking at Render here though, okay? What's going on? Well, what's going on is actually something pretty exciting, in my opinion. Now, it could be not exciting pretty soon here, but it's exciting at this exact moment. And the reason that I say that is based off of the structure in which we saw forming from August 3rd all the way to August 23rd, which was about a week ago. Now, as many of you know, I was tracking what was called, many people consider to be an Adam and an Eve pattern. Some people do call this a cup and handle pattern. I don't particularly care what you call it, but what I do know is that there was macro bullish structure forming at the $5 mark, okay? Now, what this means is that, of course, as we started to reapproach this $5 mark and we broke it, that opened up the door for Render to make that beautiful move to the upside. Historically speaking, if you do want to just try to guess how far or how much up to the upside that move is going to go, you can take the distance of your atom or the distance of your cup, apply it to the top of that breakout zone, and this is roughly where you can expect the price to go up to. Now, we didn't get that close. We got within, let's see, we got about within 2% of that move to the upside, but overall the breakout to the upside off of that Adam and Eve pattern was 30%, so I know a lot of you banked some profits off that. Congratulations. But what's happening now is something interesting because it's called a back test, okay? Now, historically speaking in crypto, whenever you break a macro point of resistance, which is what this is, okay, the $5 level, you do something called back test it, and that's really just the price asking that resistance point, hey, are you sure? Right, we just broke above this resistance, but are we sure we're ready to break above this resistance? And so the price goes back down towards the bottom side to go retest that previous point of resistance and try to flip that resistance into some support. This is called an RS flip or a back test. Well, a successful back test looks like a back test and a break back up to the upwards direction. That's called an RS flip, in which you reestablish or establish this previous point of resistance into some support, and oftentimes the foundation of establishing that support can really allow things to pop back off to the upside and continue back on towards the upside. And so that's exactly why I'm saying that where we are right now is exciting, because if Render's price is capable of holding this $5 level as some support, establishing this RS flip, maybe getting a bounce back up towards $6 or something of that sort, we could be in a spot where Render could easily try to continue on this next move to the upside. Maybe we are getting 5 waves, right? Maybe we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, back up to the upside, as you can see right here, because oftentimes Render does like to move in 5s, and this would be a beautiful setup, especially considering there's no overlap between move 3 to 4 and 1 to 2. That sometimes does well. This is not Elliott's wave theory. This is 5 waves in which Render's price does follow pretty well. And so because of that, where I am right now is I'm not really buying anything right now. I'm not particularly buying because I bought some like right here, so I don't see the point in buying right on top of a resistance / support level. But I do think that watching this very closely and paying attention to if Render's price is going to be able to hold some support here makes a ton of sense, and that is what I'm going to continue to do. So I'm going to watch this very closely and just let you guys know what happens. If we bounce, I'll let you know. If we lose it, I'll let you know, and then I'll also let you know what to do or what I'm personally going to do after the fact. Now guys, also don't forget, you can get some even more content from me over on my second channel, which is also linked down in the description below, where I talk about Bitcoin, the broad market, occasionally some altcoins like Jasmine and Solana, and much more. It's only the channel's only a month old. We're pushing up towards 1,000 subscribers, so make sure that you go check that out and get in early while you can. But overall, of course, I hope you guys did enjoy today's quick update, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.